have been putting into perspective the underlying causes of crime. At one of the sessions during the recently held Crime Summit, coordinator of the Mentoring Anointed Leaders Everywhere, MALE, Henderson Tittle, shared that the society has moved away from its core values. He believes people need an entire change in mindset to not commit crimes.
So until we can kind of work on their mental faculty and get them to start to think a different way, then we'll be able to serve and deal with a lot of crime that we're seeing, but there's not a one that I can say, okay, this is the under. I think if I got to do that, I'll say it have to do with the war that we are involved in. Because one of the things that I realized that criminality have no nationality, and I think the doctor referred to it. And I'm listening and I'm hearing, it sounds like only young men get themselves into trouble. It sounds like it's only young people are committing crime. And I want to change that, because all of us are capable of being criminal because we have a mind, our mental faculty. All of us are capable of being criminal because we have a will. All of us are capable of being criminal because we have desires. And most of the time, that's where I see the root of it, that's where it's coming from. And until we return to the core values that actually shaped us and mold us into what we are supposed to be, we are going to forever seeing what we're seeing.
Panelist Kyle Ricketts shared that poverty, unemployment, and educational gaps are responsible for criminality.
When you come from poverty and unemployment, there's a saying that the devil finds works for idle hands. And when young persons, or even citizens, persons in general, when they're not working, when they're unemployed, when it's poverty, they find idle time. They find stuff to do that is not right in the community. Because for poverty's sake, if I'm in poverty, I need to find my next dollar. I need to find my next meal. So I'm going to go out there and do something that brings that next dollar, that brings that next meal. And it's the lack of what I'll say, understanding to find, what's the word I'm looking for? To find motive for the honest dollar. And if we don't educate, if we don't speak about it in terms of how you can earn that honest dollar to that person who's in poverty, to that person who's unemployed, then that's where the devil finds works for idle hands.
While rehabilitation coordinator at the prison, Walter Barret, looked at the equation where opportunity plus threat equals crime.
The fact is that once there's a threat, if the opportunity arises for you to take care of that threat, then the possibility exists for a crime to take place. And that's what happens, because 90% of the crimes that take place don't happen because people are inherently bad, or, you know, they actually set out to do something devious to affect somebody else. But it's a threat that existed, and an opportunity arose where they saw the chance to take care of that threat. Whether it be starving children at home, whether it be the fact that there's pressure from, a spouse, or I've just lost my job and I still have to pay the rent. There are realities that hit each and every one of us, and that's why I appreciate what was said before by Minister Tittle, that anybody could commit a crime. Any one of us could be put in the position where we have to make that moral decision, do I or do I not? And if we don't have that moral compass that says, I have to look at the way that this is going to affect those people around me, and I'm just looking at myself and I'm looking at taking care of what I have to take care of, then I'm going to find myself in a position where I might easier commit a crime. But there are a plethora of reasons why crimes are committed, but we have to start looking at the real threats and how we handle those.